Yes, go.
One pitch, one family, one mission, change. Welcome to Ekambi Academy in Uganda, where football meets education and futures are built together. Hello everyone, this is again the Joe Coach Corner, and today we welcome you to this episode where we are going to talk more about the female part of the football part, and I have two female genders here. One is called Sophie and one is called Gift, and they are going to be talking about the girl football in Uganda, and they are going to tell us what they know about it and what can be improved, what can be talked about in girls football in Uganda, and what we can see for the future in the girls football in Uganda. And I would like to give the microphone to the two girls or women in front of you. They can talk about themselves, maybe. They talk more about themselves, their names, where they come from, what they do here at El Cambio, coaches, physio, maybe. We have some here. They can talk about themselves. Yes, Gift, you can start.
Hi everyone, I'm called Churabo Agnes. I'm the female coach here, and I work as a coach.
Hey everyone, I'm Sophie and I'm from Denmark. I work for AGF and I'm spending 1 year here in Uganda as a physical coach and a physio, mostly for the older boys here, but in general I am for everyone. Yes.
Yeah, for Sophie, she has not yet experienced much about the African football for girls, but she's here to help more for the girls and, as she has said, more for the boys than the girls. But she's going to be talking about some injuries or maybe some nutritional things that the girls can do to improve their game. Maybe to start with Gift, a question. For how long have you worked in the women football in Uganda?
I started in 2017 with a school called St. Joseph's in Zambia. It was a girls' school. And then after that, I joined El Cambio. That was last year in 2024. And I was happy.
Nice, that's Gift. Maybe Sophie, to talk more about the girls' football here at El Cambio, because I think that's where I've experienced it, not more in Denmark.
Yeah.
Only here?
Yeah, actually.
How do you see the girls' football in Uganda? The way you're seeing it at El Cambio here?
At El Cambio I see it as very good. I think we have a lot of passionate girls here at the academy. And I think that both mentally and physically they are very good. Yeah.
And have you ever seen the girls' football in Denmark?
Yes, I have seen it. I've not been coaching them, but I've seen it.
You've seen it?
Yeah.
Through your visual that you've seen in Denmark, how do you describe it different from Ugandan? For the small time you've seen it, how can you differentiate it from the Danish football?
I think that Danish football is a little bit more boring in some ways. Simple, you can call it maybe. I think that the girls here are very skilled. And I also think that their physique is a little bit different than Danish girls. A lot of the girls here are bigger, compared to Danish girls, also taller. I think they grow faster. We also see it with the boys here. So I think in that way, they're developing a little faster.
Yeah. Than the Danish girls?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Then Gift? Yeah.
Yes.
How do you see the girls' football from the 2017, the way you joined the girls' football? How do you see it progressing in Uganda? Now it's 2026.
Yeah.
How have you seen it progressing for 8 years? You've been part of it.
Right now, compared to how we started, the game is going high. Because one, we are having skilled coaches, or they are more focused on football now. And then you're seeing more competition out of the girls, right from the young age up to the older age. And then it's a positive.
Yeah, there's progress for the 8 years. Yeah, for Sophie, how do you compare the injuries that the boys get and the girls get in football, because you are playing the same sport, both it's football for girls and boys? Is there any injury that is common to the girls and the boys?
like at this academy, we see a lot of ankle injuries, and that's not like as common for the boys. So yeah, girls in general get a lot of ACL injuries and then ankle injuries, and muscle injuries due to overload. So, but I think that compared to Denmark is like pretty much the same.
Is that because the boys' bodies are like more responding to the football than the girls? Is that why they get those injuries, the girls, than the boys?
Like knee injuries are also very common for boys. So I don't think that is like the biggest part. There's something about like girls like ankles with like anatomy that they have like a higher risk of getting injured. And then also like the boys have like lower like fat percent, so the girls are a little bit more like heavier compared to fat and muscle. So that is also like why some of them get muscle injuries.
Yeah, this might all of you can answer it. Do you think girls in Uganda or either the world should they be given the same opportunities as boys in playing football?
Yes.
Why? Put some words on that.
I just think that everyone should have like the same right to dream and to play football. And I think especially that girls for such a long time have been like told that they can't do the same as boys. And I think that it's so important, like also at this academy, that we prioritize girls just as much as boys.
Yeah.
Because like girls football can be just as interesting to watch and see and play as boys football. So I think they can be role models just as much as boys.
Yeah, as a girl.
Yeah.
As a girl, because you said they should be given the same opportunities.
Yeah.
And if someone denies a girl an opportunity because you're also a girl, how do you feel as a girl?
I would like get mad at that.
Huh?
And I think that it's very common in football. We see it in the way that like governments prioritize money for like national teams. We see it in clubs. Like in Denmark, for example, there's like a rule now that every Superliga team has to have a girls team.
Yeah.
So they made this rule so that girls would be prioritized just as much. And even though they've made like this rule, I still think that girls are not prioritized enough.
Yes, Gift.
Yes, I would love to see girls being given enough time as well to play or showcase their talents. Because once you find a girl who loves what she wants to do, she will give in her best. And I've seen it here. Even before I joined, you would see girls who would love to express themselves. So it's better with they are given enough time. And then the good thing is Sophie talked about the culture in Denmark where the Super League teams are supposed to be having women. So it's the same case here. However, here teams are still struggling financially, that they can't have teams like managing teams of the girls and then the boys as well. But we do have teams that are, actually each team here is supposed to be having a women's team. And that was through CAF. So each team that qualifies for CAF, the one we call Europa, we call UEFA Champions League, each team has to be having a female team. So they're just getting teams already that are already on market, so they're just patterning. Yeah, and it gives them morale because you're seeing that these girls love to showcase and then they are being summoned on national team.
Yeah, as girls, because in life, as Sophia has said also, the boys are more prioritized in some occasions like football, because the game requires more physicality and the girls are a bit soft. So do you guys feel like sometimes the boys or girls should be mixed to play together?
It depends on how physical the game is and then the physicality of the player.
Yeah.
and the mental strength of the player still. Because there is no way you're going to tell a small girl of under 12 to go into a team of U15 players or the boys of U15. That's quite different.
Yeah.
But it all depends on how the player, the physicality, and then the mental strength of that player.
Yeah. And Sophie, maybe, how how does an injury affect a player, mostly girls, mentally when someone gets an injury?
I think for both girls and boys, it's mentally very hard. Um, so yeah, I think it's the same. It's hard, and it's always like such a like hard um, way to come back from an injury, and it's so much more mental than we think. It's physical, yeah, but the mental part is actually the hardest part. Like getting back, daring to go back on the pitch, not being afraid of getting injured again, is such a big part of it, and that is something that I think should be more focused on. That especially when we have like ACL injuries, like, and we get it reconstructed, or even if we don't, it's such a mental like challenge to dare to go back and play. Yeah.
Okay. And is there anything parents should be part of during the progress of the girls' football in Uganda?
Is there?
Anything the parents, like the ones that give birth to the girls, should is there any part they should be part of when trying to promote the girls' football in Uganda?
I think it's all about what the parents needs or loves for the kid, or how the kid should be. Because there are some parents who be like, my girl is a daddy's daughter. So he feels like when she goes to the pitch, she might get injured. But let me give you an example of some girl. She's called Naluja Shamira. This is a girl who started with Edgar. It's an academy in Kampala called Edgar Watson. It's an academy, but she started as a young girl, but the parents were supportive to a point that even in all stages that she went through, you would see the parents on the pitch. Their presence was always her. I think it was always her strength, because every time she would look in the stands like this and then the parents are there, you would see her smiling. She scores the goal, she runs to that point where the parents are. So it's all about, I think, also how have you prepared your kid? Do you love the sport? Yes. How do I push this kid? Because we need to help each other, not from only the coaches, but also you, the parent. What do you like for the kid to do? So right now she's in she went somewhere. I'm forgetting the team, but she's now playing professional football.
Nice. Sophie, I don't want to leave you behind. Maybe can you talk about like the things the girls should do? Because in Uganda we see more girls when they also on sport. Because when doing some sports, it's easy to maintain your body health. It's easy, but still we see some girls still gain weight when they are playing football. Is there anything they can do maybe to prevent that body weight? Or maybe nutritional things?
I think that for girls, it's very important to remember that we are born with more fat on the body. So it's to like protect our organs, is it called that? And in general, we are just built like that. So that's the first thing I think girls should remember. Never compare their bodies to boys, because we can never get down to the same fat percent as boys will be. And then I think focus on eating a lot of proteins, because it also gives you like the feeling of being full, and it builds muscles. And then don't be afraid of eating carbs. Eat carbs up to a game the day before. It's actually the most important day. Eat a lot of carbs. After a game, eat a lot of carbs. And I think that like gaining weight is only a problem if it like affects your like sprinting, running, and your conditioning. And that can be fixed by running more, conditioning more, strength training more. So, and then I think it's don't see it as like a bad thing, gaining weight sometimes. Yeah. Maybe don't eat too much fats, even though our body still need it. Eat the good fats, avocado, nuts.
Is it more advisable for girls to join the gym?
If it's what?
More advisable for girls to do gym?
Yeah, everybody should do gym. Like by gymming, it's like such an easy way of getting better at sprinting as well. Get our muscles to be more explosive. Yeah, and also it's like so good for injury prevention. So like that is also our, like here at El Cambio, and I think in general, like our main reason to gym is to prevent injuries and to get faster.
Yeah.
So, and it's such an easy way to like convert like fats into muscles. It's by going to the gym.
Nice. Yes, Coach Gift.
Yes.
We all have visions, and some organizations, some people develop their visions because they also want to be somewhere in life. And as you, Coach Gift, the way you're seeing the Ugandan football for girls, when you visualize it, where do you see it in the next 5 years?
If at all we can just maintain how we are handling the football right now, I'm seeing more professional players out of Uganda, because right now we are having around 10 players out. I think some of you have seen those of Nabomba in Denmark,
Yes.
Vanessa. Yeah. So then we have others that have gone, some are in Russia, Moscow, Mexico, sorry, and then we need to see somewhere in US. Then if at all we can maintain the same path that we are having, we need to keep these players focused on what they are doing. And then we need to have determined coaches that are ready to push these girls. I'm sure we shall have more players out, and we shall be seeing a competitive league so far. Much as this season we are having one, and the women's league, it's competitive. That it's the first team is above the second one by 1 point.
Yes.
Just a point. So that means we are seeing some competitiveness, and then we just have to stay focused. I'm sure within the next 5 years, we shall be seeing good players.
Yeah, nice. This goes to all of you guys.
Okay.
Coach Shirao,
Yes.
you're working into the girls' football.
Yes.
Would you wish, like sometimes, to switch to the boys' football? Or Sophie, because you said you work more with the boys, with the physicality, strength. Would you like to work more with the girls' teams, maybe in Denmark? Yes.
You need to be flexible. When you're a coach, you need to be a flexible person. Because I'm a coach, but I assume I'm a teacher as well. Because a teacher will not come to class and be like, I'm a male teacher, I'm going to teach only boys. In a class, you're going to find also girls. And then you're going to find a teacher who is also discussing with a girl. So that means you just have to be flexible. You need to be, if at all I'm to work with the boys, I need to be, how do I handle these kids? Or how do I, because these boys and girls, they are quite different when it comes to mentality on the pitch.
Yes.
Yes. For me, I also think if it's boys or girls, it's not that much of a difference. I think that both has its charm in like both their ways. So, but I would like to like have more time with the girls here at the academy,
Yeah.
because they are so nice.
Nice.
And yeah, but right now with like my job in Denmark, I think that the most like attractive thing right now is to work with boys, because it's like so much bigger. So also if you think career wise,
Yeah.
I think right now that is like the most like exciting maybe. Yeah.
Nice. Do you guys find some challenges when doing your work as a coach or a physio here? Any challenges that you find?
Of course, challenges can never shy away. One, at times, being that I'm working with girls, women, we are very tricky creatures. That at times a girl can come or a player can come when her morale is down, and then you're pushing her to do something, and then you realize that she's just doing it for formality of doing it, but she's not focused. But you as a coach, you can understand it immediately, and then you might not go to face that player, but you find a way. How do I solve a problem immediately? So you just find a way of, you either talk to the player, you get a 1v1 talk, or you can be like, let's find something better that can fit into her moods right now. And it's all about pushing and encouraging them to do better. But challenges are there.
And for me, I think I have like two challenges that are like the biggest. The one is that there are like cultural differences from Denmark to Uganda. Time is money in Denmark, and in Uganda it's much different. And then I think like, which is a little like the opposite of what we talked about, that because I work so much with boys, so as a girl in like a field with a lot of men, you also have to like gain respect. So like being listened to as a girl and being respected like can sometimes be a challenge. But I think that like, actually I think that the boys here are very good at like respecting that.
Nice. Yeah, guys, do you like have like dream jobs for yourselves? Maybe working for some clubs as a physio, as a coach?
You're looking at me.
Yeah, Sophie first.
I think that like I would like to be like a physical coach and maybe also a mental coach for like a Super Liga club in Denmark at one point. That is like the dream.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course you don't have to be, you need to be having dreams of being better than where you are. So I also have those dreams of being a better coach. And through that, you need to challenge yourself every day. You don't have to be like, I'm contented with El Cambio, I'm now better. No, you need to challenge yourself. And then I'm just praying that from here, I make it to another bigger stage. Yes.
You don't have a dream club maybe in Uganda for?
Apparently, I shouldn't mention it.
No. Okay. It's personal. Okay, maybe.
Only AGF, right?
Yeah.
Hopefully.
If you guys, one of you, has a message to the girls out there trying to make it to football professional, maybe.
Keep on working hard. You will make it.
I just encourage girls to stay focused, be ready to encounter any challenge, and then the rest will be history, because you need to work hard more and more. Then the rest will work out by themselves.
And don't let anybody tell you that you can't play football because you're a girl, because that is a lie.
Exactly. Demeaning you, being a woman, it doesn't mean that you're below anyone. You need to be like, I'm the best.
Girl power.
Yeah, I think these women are more of gender equality. They are fighting more for the girls. So, just girls out there who are watching, just keep working hard, as they have said. Try to do the things that the physio said. Eat more carbs, avocado, maybe. Yeah, I had that. Eat it, maintain your body, not to get more fat, though it's not compared to the boys that it gets much fat. Yeah, and that has been Chirabo, Gift, and Sophie, maybe Chelsea. Yeah. For today, that has been our episode. See you. Remember to subscribe.
Bye.